Hello Gagas and Lady Gagas, my name is Otkin, and welcome to new video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and enjoy. I'm a ginger, and also a mom of two. Bring it on. Dumb Blunt thinks she's ginger. The more I look at this pic, the more I think it was computer generated. More filters than a Brita factory. You got some manly hands. 7 AI filters and she couldn't even straighten out her eyebrows. I'm an adventurous, successful, outgoing business traveler and I've been all over the world, so I started Voltrex after my herpes rash spread down to my knees. You look like you tripped, face first into Kylie Jenner's bathroom trash can. How do I know she's divorced? Her hands look like they could open jars still sealed at the factory. This has to be a filter. Look at those mitts. I bet you can crush a goofball in your fist. Hands like an elder silverback. I lost my fantasy football league and this is my punishment. Go tell your fantasy boyfriend. I bet you like to say, I'm like totally nerding out right now, in reference to really basic shit. Sorry to hear that, it's the only fantasy you'll ever be in. Zoinks, Velma, I thought you'd be better at statistics. I totally understand why you lost. Awful hard to read the waiver wire with those push broom eyebrows blocking your view. This is what happens when you pick your fantasy roster based on which players' wives/girlfriends have the best Instagram pages. You have to make that stupid face to distract from your stupid face. Roast me till crispy please. Not gonna roast. I don't know why, but I like you. You seem like the kind of guy I would hang out with. Half the chromosomes, half the price. At least this one post I'm certain is not a stealth ad for OF. You look like Miss Puff from SpongeBob. Get the net. One of the dumplings escaped. I can tell you have major commitment issues, because you can't even commit to having bangs. You look like Roger from American Dad in one of his disguises. You look like a Chinese frog, with glued on eyebrows. I know you think the freckles are cute, but it just makes your face look like the floor of a low-rent apartment with mice. Avid Pokemon Go player who works at Starbucks. Make me cry. I like your RoastMe sign. It really shows how much you lie to yourself about being a talented artist. The only gym she has ever been to is a Pokemon gym. You will never not work at Starbucks. You need to go for 3 dinners before putting out, and that's on the same date. You are at the height of your existence. If reading your heading doesn't make you cry, you're immune. Lost 40 kilograms, loved myself for 2 years now, do your best to break me. Your eyebrows are more divided than Republicans and Democrats. What's with you translucent gingers wanting to be roasted today? You don't need to come online for that, just go outside and watch the kids run away in fear. I'm assuming that 40 kilograms refers to your mother who abandoned you at birth. So do men just grab the loose flesh on your hips and use it as reins? Just because you loved yourself for 2 years doesn't mean you can get away with having a terrible fashion sense. At least when you had those 40 kilograms people would have lied and said you had a good personality to be nice. Come at me. Mad Magazine. You know you have a face when your eyes are smaller than your nostrils. It looks like your face was mixed in with a sloth. Clever, trying to distract us with your face, so we don't notice your weird flat fingers. You know what to do, Reddit. Your head is so square that it wouldn't even roll after the guillotine came down. Oh, a septum ring, how unique. You know what to do, Reddit. Yeah, keeping my distance. Are you pleased with that fine art degree that you're enrolled on? Don't fail it, your dad might not buy you that Fiat 500 you've always wanted. You look like you listen to Evanescence super loudly while wearing AirPods on a vacation to Europe. I got news for ya kiddo, Marilyn Manson doesn't piss off parents anymore. You are going to have to decide how thick or thin those brows are going to be, or isn't an option. Is that your smile, or are you about to spit? Tear me apart y'all. Not too easy. Did you put on war paint for your battle with diabetes? I don't like people like you. You absolutely define today's normal. Everyone tries so hard to be what was once unique, so now there's for a view on every corner. Boring as f. Let's have some laughs. The monster under the bed. You look like you hang out around gas stations a lot. Fear is no longer subjective. Now I know what picture to use to scare the kids if they are not behaving. In the give speeches to high school kids so they don't screw up their lives phase of life. Dad. Let's see what you've got, Reddit. Getting a stranger off every day doesn't make you a lawyer. Being a lawyer will come in handy for all your future divorces. You're the president of the future Karens of America. 31 years old, wears diamond ring on her middle finger. Does it suck always being the bridesmaid and never the bride? I object to your jawline. I have shovels with less of a point. Roast me if you can. You look like you harvest kidneys and sell them for World of Warcraft tokens. Bro looks like he hides extra pickles under his tongue. How TF do you look bald with hair? I won't roast, I know you prefer fried. I can hear you getting fatter. If molded broccoli was a person. You look like a baby, a teen and a middle-aged man all at once. Your lips look like they make a smacking noise when you eat, so it must be rough. Even your picture has a speech impediment. You'd be a stand-up guy if you weren't about to lose both feet to the beatus. Roast me if you can. No, I totally get it. There is so much material to work with I don't even know where to start. I'm speechless. Affirmative on the hopeless part. Get back in the dish pit and stop off. No, you can't work the fryer tonight because you cried in the walk-in earlier. Admit it, you let one of the cute waitresses talk you into this. She even wrote the sign, in the hopes of getting with her, but in the end all she did was say I thought you were gay when you asked her out. You're probably the most qualified white guy for Taco Bell. If you work at Taco Bell you're not a hopeless romantic, you're a creepy loser. Well, we know we can't trust the sour cream in any of those burritos. At first I thought it was a picture of you living in a van, but then I realized you were working in a Taco Bell kitchen. Don't worry, someday you'll work your way up to living in a van. My weeb friend. Be creative. Be creative. You first. Can't even imagine how bad you look without the filter. You like a trap. So many hair colors and you settle on not one, but two of the most overused and bland hair colors in anime. I can't be friends with girls because there is too much drama. Is he playing with his sister's makeup again? Not one but two different hair colors. Take that, society. I need weight loss motivation. Roast me, Redditors. Just because we emotionally burn you doesn't make you burn calories. I bet you broke a sweat writing that roast me note. You look like Big Chungus. Like, a lot. Behind every fat woman there is a beautiful woman. No, seriously, you're in the way. Move. You are your motivation. That gray makes you look like a concrete block. I mean, you are as heavy as one. Next time you take a photo of yourself, try turning the phone sideways. You'll be able to fit on screen then. You don't need motivation. You need a reincarnation. You go, girl. Comments. No, seriously, nobody will ever marry you, and you'll die alone. Thanks for watching, you grass-eating animals. I love you all. Here, take 10 seconds of silence on me. Bye.